Every time he seen me, yeah, you cost me that match. He's pretty good.
Corey checking out the rack, as Billy said earlier, and deciding what side he's going to break. But he doesn't like this rack. He wants a re-rack here. So
No matter how that would have went, I would have walked away from it.
I like your nicknames.
Billy's in different meetings up here. So
The General Mills. That was the nickname. No, Carlot won. His nickname. The original one. Can you believe that? I'm sorry.
3-2. 3-2 Earl. Still with all the balls up table. Not sure of a ball count, but
I really never did get an opportunity.
but all the balls are up table on that Chris Gentile Earl match. The other matches, can't see the scores too well on the other matches going on. To give you an update.
And what was that one nickname they wanted to put on you to label you with the Tom Pretty Boy?
Well,
Pretty Boy or something?
you know, Corey. I mean, every game you want to lay down a perfect break, but now Ephraim's on the hill. He can't afford to make any mistake on the break. So I don't blame him for making sure that he's getting a good rack here.
Okay, Deuel once again is inspecting the rack. Inspecting the rack to determine which side of the table he would like to break the balls on. He may switch sides, or he'll obviously opt to not switch sides and break them to the corner pocket that faces us, which is the left pocket. Yeah, well, I don't know. He's looking at the straightness of the rack. Let's see okay, he's opting to break him toward the same pocket that he's been breaking in.
Nope, that's what he didn't want to do, and he kept he had to Efren re-rack him because he didn't like it, and this is exactly what he didn't want to do.
What did he do? Did he sell the corner ball?
Yes, he can cut this ball. I think Efren can cut it.
Well, keep in mind that when you break the balls, a right-handed player playing another right-handed player, a big factor in determining what pocket to break for would be what side does your opponent shoot by, the right side or the left side? Is he right-handed or is he left-handed? If he's right-handed, then you would want to break him for the pocket that Deuel broke him for, because if he happens to sell out the corner ball, he'll have a more difficult time reaching it. Okay, and there's a lot of times where my opponent broke the balls that he kind of like sold out the corner ball, and had I been able to reach it, I would shoot it. But since I couldn't reach it, I can't shoot it. Now, had he broken from the other corner pocket, then I'd reach all those shots from this side of the table.
Right. With Efren, now you have to agree, Efren is probably one of the best ambidextrous players in the world, isn't he? I mean, he plays just as well. He's a freak. Okay.
Right. He plays left-handed. Excellent left-handed player.
Yeah, he is.
So therefore, selling out the corner ball, if he can't reach it with his right hand, he'll just turn around and shoot it with his left hand, and he won't lose much.
Right. Efren's taking a little break here, and if I can, I'm trying to look around the room. And let's see if I can give you some updates. Some matches are over. Sarah, some matches are finished. Yeah, well, I got one final. Alex Pagalaya just beat Chris Bartram 3-0. So that was a loser side match. Side match. That's why it was a loser side.
That match was just 1-0, and all of a sudden now it's 3-0. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, that was over. So, Chris Chris is out of the tournament, then Alex moves on the loser side. I believe after these winner's side matches, there'll be 8 players left on the winner's side. Well, Sarah just updated me that there'll be two players left on the winner's side after tonight.
You know, going into this match, I was going to make a statement that I didn't make because I had forgotten to make it. But I was going to say that you are possibly looking at one of the 2 players that will be in the finals of this event with watching this match. It was either going to be Corey Deuel or Efren Reyes. I think that one of those 2 players will be in the finals in this tournament going into the match. And I still believe that. I still believe that either Deuel or Reyes will be in the finals of this event.
Oh yeah, I would I totally agree.
Providing that they're not too tired, you know. I mean, they could be too tired.
and so the other side is Earl or Chris Gentile. Okay, Earl's still leading the match 3-2.
I'm saying that I believe that either Deuel or Reyes will be in the finals. I didn't say either Earl or Chris Gentile. I said either Reyes or Corey Deuel. Well, let's get that straight, okay? Please. Now, if you say that it'll either be Earl or Chris Gentile, that's something that you believe, okay? You understand?
Well, I don't mean Earl, or I say Earl or Chris Gentile will be playing for the hot seat tomorrow at 1 o'clock if they win.
Wow.
Whoever wins the match.
Now, how about that statement? How about that one? Of course, one of those 2 players will be playing for the hot seat. That's automatic. That's automatic. Never mind. Here we go.
All right, Efren, let's see. He's not electing to cut this ball. He's what is he looking at? But it looks like he's looking. I mean, it looked like from my angle that I'm looking right down. It looks like he's looking at the 11 ball. To bank the 11.
Okay, this is if he well, he's looking to yeah, he's gonna go behind the 13 with the cue ball.
Off the 10 ball.
No, off the 11 ball. If that's the angle that I see. No, he's not going to shoot that. If he shoots this, he's going to end up going into the 7. That's if that's what he wants to do.
He wants to freeze him on the 7. Made a good shot. Controlled the cue ball perfect and did exactly what he wanted to do.
Okay, I kind of like banking the 1 ball here. If I were Deuel, I would bank the 1 ball here.
And leave the cue ball where, Bill? Where would you bring the cue ball?
Well, right around where it is now. I mean, excuse me. I would just right to the left of where the 1 ball is now. You know, and the only bad thing that can happen if the 1 ball comes back down and hits the cue ball. But I'm looking to bank the 1 ball here. Or the only other shot I would shoot is I would 3-rail the cue ball around the table and back of the 15. That's the only other shot I would shoot. I would either bank the 1 or I would 3-rail the cue ball around the table and back of the 15.
Which he does have the window right between the 6 and 5. I mean, Efren has been he has been a pretty tough spot. I mean, with the 15 in front of his hole, there's about shooting the 6 and leaving him on the top of the 4 ball like he's looking at.
What happens if he gives him a bank on the 7?
Well, he made sure he just took an intentional foul and, you know, made sure he didn't leave a shot.
Well, Efren may leave him back where he just came from. He may put him behind the 7 again. Okay? He can put him behind the 7 again, so I don't know what good he did by doing that. Now he doesn't have the bank on the 1, nor the 3 rail on the 5th, behind the 15.
Yeah, he's a lot closer to the rail.
So he took away the bank on the 1, and he took away the 3 railer on the 15. Get it behind the 15. So now Deuel has thoroughly exhausted all his avenues, and he's looking to lose on his next shot.
No, I don't think so. I think Deuel's going to look to come off the right side of the. I thought he would come off the right side of the 12 ball and try to put him behind the 15. You see that shot, Billy? Coming off the right side of the 12, trying to put the cue ball behind the 15 ball?
Yeah, I do see that, but it's risky because you could scratch too easy with that shot.
Chris and Earl are now 3-3. Chris Gentile and Earl.
I kind of like Gentile a little bit in that match, and I mentioned that earlier. I thought that Gentile had a perfect style to beat Earl with.
Earl's breaking the final game, and it's 3-3. Hill.
And that was a great shot.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, Deuel came up with a super shot there.
That was beautiful. Beautiful shot.
Now, he did leave Earl the combination bank on the 11 ball, 14 11. Yeah. Excuse me, he did leave Efren, excuse me, I got Earl on my brain. He did leave Efren a combination bank on the 14 11, but that's not without a penalty here because if he shoots that shot and doesn't make it, I believe he's going to sell out. So he's going to kick it to 13 here. And that's great because Deuel broke the balls this rack, and Efren has now worked his way out of the break by positioning the 15 ball where he did, and now by repositioning the cue ball where he has now. He certainly has worked his way out of the break, so the balls really don't favor any player from this position.
It looks like Corey's going to have to come off the 7 ball, and he'd like to get the cue ball back.
Looks like he's going to take a scratch.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, but it was
a scratch, but he, was just. So Corey owes 2.
I do believe there's that area between the 10 and the bottom cushion that will allow or enable Reyes to kick without scratching. So he'll kick to that area in between the rail and the 10 ball softly, and I don't believe he will scratch here. I believe he'll get away with this kick.
No, he didn't.
Well, he didn't even hit the 10. I mean, it's
hard. Oh, I know. He hit it poorly. You're right.
No, he didn't hit it poorly. He was very unlucky to do that. Had he hit the 10, he wouldn't have scratched. That's why he hit it with that speed. If he hits the 10, he don't scratch.
Does the 5 go by, or?
Yeah, he does have.
Let's see, we'll get a good look at it right now. That's. So now Efren owes 1 and Corey owes 2. There's a good look at it. Well, I don't think it goes. It's.
I would have liked to seen Justin. I would have liked to seen the Gentile Strickland match on this table. Had you asked me what match I prefer, I would have told you Gentile Strickland, because Gentile is a real. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because we have a lot of Efren Corey matches. The people have really had an opportunity to watch a lot of Reyes playing Onepocket, and Corey's already played on the feature table once or twice. I'm not sure, but Gentile is a relatively unknown player to a lot of the players out there, but nonetheless effective. He's really a good player, really a strong player, and playing Strickland is always a draw card, you know. And I think that Gentile offered the style to play Strickland that could have beat Strickland. And I really like the way Gentile plays. And, I'm kind of, but it's 3 apiece. But this is a good match. This is a good match, which it figured to be.
Tell me I can't pick matches where you should.
Well, I don't think you're the greatest.
No, Chris Gentile's really
What's
playing good pool, but Earl's playing great too. So
who would have strung you up? The fans? Oh, the fans love Strickland. Come on. Come on. They love Strickland. I mean, what's the response out there anyways, if any? Well, how many out there would have liked to seen the Strickland Gentile match? And I think that would have been a great match and a great exciting match on this table.
Corey must.
Well, I can understand that. I'm not mad at you guys out there, but get a little education.
Shooting this combination, Bill. If he makes it, he's going to be in good shape to get a lot of balls. No, he's just playing safe. And he fouled. And he left, well. He owed 3 now after scratching there, so that would come to 3. So now Corey is as nothing, and Efren owes 1.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to shooting off the 1 here and just let Corey shoot the 13 ball, because there's nothing good that can happen for Corey shooting the 13 ball.
Can he see the 1, Bill?
If he can see the 1 ball, I like banking the 1 2 cushions toward my pocket and leaving him on the rail up there. If he shoots the 13, he can't get around the 7, 5, and 14 with the cue ball. He just can't do that. So therefore, and he won't be able to play position on the 6. So there's nothing good that can happen for him here.
He's trying to bring the cue ball around 3. No, he's just trying to.
Okay, now that's not any good. See, the reason that's not any good, because after pocketing the 12 or the 13, whatever ball that is in front of his pocket, he'll play position for the green 6, with the angle to drop nicely for the balls that are on the string here. Okay, and once he does that, he can run some balls. But had Reyes played the 1 ball and left him the 13, there was no future with playing position off the 13. Matter of fact, everything was going against Deuel. I would have definitely shot the 1 there.
Wow, I guess the 6, look at what Deuel elected to do. And it's going to probably turn out smelling like this is beautiful.
Are you saying the 6 didn't go?
I thought the 6 did go. I thought that's exactly what he was going to do. Come towards the middle
Let's
of
take
the
a look
table
at that
and
6 ball. See if he had a shot of the 6 ball.
Yes, he did.
The 6 ball, he had like a little more than a half a pocket there, and he could have played shape on the 6 ball to drop down there where he did. So that's what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? In other words, why give him a shot on the 12 or the 13 ball, whatever ball that was, with the ability to play position for the 6? Whereas if he would have opted to play the 1, it would have cut off all potential position play off the 13.
Well, Corey's going to draw back here and use the 14 to. Well, I would like to draw back on the 5, shoot the 14, and then bank the 11 coming up for the 6.
Well, he can always use that angle to go into the 8 ball with right-hand English, like a straight pull break shot, and go around the table, open up balls on his side of the table, and then go around the table, playing position for the balls that he opened up. See, if he shoots the 5 and plays the angle to cut the 14 to his right, the cue ball will then go into the 8. With right-hand English, he'll then go around the stack, and he'll end up with a shot on the 8.
Wow. He thought he was going to spin down on the 15 ball.
I don't understand that, you know. I mean, come on, give me a break here. The 14 goes, and it opens up balls on your side of the table. Why would you run the risk of not even coming up with a shot on the 14? Look what he's done to himself there with that.
Yeah,
with that
that's
shot. You know, that wasn't really a very well thought out shot.
I like the way Corey, he just, he weighs up every, possibility.
Well, you have to weigh up your options considering the position that he's left himself in here. I mean, he would like to shoot the 14, but when you consider how he positioned the cue ball, that shot may not be the correct shot. So what is the correct shot? Kick softly behind the 15, bank the 11. He's too flat on the 11. He's going to lose control of the cue ball. And he's shooting him on top of the ball. You know, that's not really a good shot.
He's thinking about cutting the 14 in. That's what he's been really looking at and trying to like. He's trying to.
Yeah, I don't like that shot because it's a difficult shot. And he doesn't really even figure to come up with another shot after that. I'm befuddled. I don't understand why he didn't play shape for the 14. I
agree.
don't.
I agree with you. I mean, and I like this is the shot he has. I mean, where he can't. He has he has 3 to -1 lead. Well, I didn't think he was going to kick it to his hole.
Well, he's a very aggressive player, and his aggressive style costs him and makes him. It makes him win games that he possibly shouldn't, and it sometimes costs him to lose games that he shouldn't as well. So that's what you have when you watch Deuel play. He's a very, very volatile, aggressive player.
It seemed like he had a good position where he was, and he could have held it, right? He could have just, by not being aggressive in that spot.
He didn't even pick up his balls. So he leads in this match 3 balls to get its game, 3 balls to 1.
-1. Oh, now
Okay.
3 balls to 1. Right.
Oh no, 3 balls. Now it's 3 balls to 1.
Makes this. He's going to have the 8. They just bank the 8 to his hole. And really, I was surprised he hit that hard. Unless he had to hit, hit it that hard to stiff it, to shorten it up. But
Okay, the score now is 3 for Deuel and 1 for Reyes. The match is all tied up at 3 games apiece. This is the case game, the final game, the Hill game of this match. And the winner of this match will play the winner of the Earl Strickland-Chris Gentile match, which also is tied up at 3 games
no,
apiece.
this is 3-2 in favor of Efren.
Oh, it is?
Yes. That's
well, thank you.
He hit that well. Ball count is 4-1. I mean, Corey, for him to, let's see him. We're going to get a good shot of the of exactly how he's looking at. I mean, he has an angle on both balls. I mean, but he doesn't really want to get. I mean, unless if he pockets the ball at 15, he could come around 3 rails.
No, he's going to shoot the 8 ball here. It's an easier ball to pocket. Carries. There's more potential for position. He can stroke the 8 ball a little bit better because of the big pocket he's shooting into.
Hit it well. Yeah. This looks like it has definitely the makings that it will be a Hill match. Corey leading 5 balls to 1. Excellent shot of exactly what he's looking at. Corey wants to bank the 9 towards his hole, but if he can get on the other side of the, off the 4 ball and put him on the other side of the 3.
Yeah, he would love to bank the 9 towards his hole, but the 3 ball precludes him from doing that. So he's not going to bank the 9, because if he does, he'll probably sell out a shot on the red 3.
He did a good. That was a great shot right there. I mean,
excellent.
Force
shot.
Anything. He has a nice lead, 5-1. He didn't do anything,
That's an excellent shot. Trust me, excellent shot.
Locked it up.
Reyes is going up table with the cue ball. I look for Reyes to reposition the cue ball up near the upper left-hand corner pocket. And in doing that, he doubles up the 315, whatever that ball is there. So he can't shoot the 15 because the 3's in front of it. And he can't shoot the 3 because the 15 blocks the pocket.
And he's looking at cutting the 4 towards his hole. Well, he has the option of doing that or sending the 4 up table, bring the cue ball down, because he would like to make this an up table game. I mean,
well, that's he's looking at the 6 now. That's not not a shot that I would want to shoot. Oh, the 2. That's a much better shot.
very accurate. He hit that with a lot of accuracy. Just to roll that softly from that far away, that's it was.
Yeah, a very nicely executed shot. Well, you can see that I can see at least that the momentum is on Deuel's side, because Reyes, after taking a 7-0 lead in the game before this, won that game 8-4, but he won it in a fashion that showed me that, hey, he was using poor judgment at the table. He was showing a lot of impatientness at the table. And Deuel, on the other hand, was the player that was playing with a little more energy.
Yes.
And I think that in this particular game, Deuel was also outplaying Reyes. So it looks like to me that if I had to favor either player, if it goes to a final game, it would be Deuel.
With Efren breaking?
I mean, Efren's breaking the balls. But for some reason, I just think, look, Efren's like falling asleep in his chair. Look.
No, he's
texting.
Texting. You know, he wants to find out.
He's probably texting someone to give him help.
He phoned a friend. He's using his phone.
A lifeline.
A lifeline. He has a lifeline, right?
Call a friend, yeah. Call a friend.
Well,
okay. Call a friend, or what is it? Multiple choice.
Multiple choice, or poll the audience. He can poll the audience here.
So it's going to go to the chat room.
That's right.
Right. Yeah. Now he's scratching his head. And you know, when he scratches his head, what does that say?
He's confused. He's
right.
Frustrated,
so
confused.
That's also indicative to what I said about him losing it. You see?
Well, I'll tell you, if there's one person that knows Efren Reyes, it's yourself. You've been watching Efren Reyes. I remember calling you when Efren first got into this country right after he left Reds tournament when he was Cesar Morales, and calling you down to ask you if you wanted to come down. I think I woke you up real late. I told you there's 20 people in here, and you asked me if they look Filipino, and I really didn't know what Filipinos looked like at the time. And the next thing I know, that was back in.
You know what Jewish people look like, though. I mean,
Greek people. What, Greek Jewish people, and Greek people?
Yeah,
yes, I do. Okay. And Italian people.
Yeah.
Well.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't think. I think he ticketed it there.
Okay.
So, but that was something else. I called Billy, and he told me to make sure that he said if I could get him the 7 ball and 10 ball, it would be a good game. And he never saw Efren play, Cesar Morales, so I made sure Billy got the 7 ball and 10 ball, and we didn't like it.
No, well, that was a young Efren Reyes. You know what we're looking at now.
It was a young Billy Cardone.
No. What we're looking at now is a tired.
Oh yes.
Older Reyes. Okay.
You were right on the money. I mean, he's worn out. I mean, that's really. He didn't do that on you, Billy. I mean, I wish he did, but he didn't do it on you.
You know.
I believe at the end he wound up. He was spotting you the 8 in the break, playing the 9 ball, but you wound up beating him like that.
You know, with the chances that Deuel has offered Reyes in this match alone, okay, is an indication that that Reyes is not the player he once was. This match would have been over by now if Reyes was anywhere near the player he was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Not 10 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Okay. And that's kind of why I like Deuel in the final game of this match.
Well, it'll be very interesting, and I believe it will go to a final game because Deuel needs 2 balls here. And I don't think he's going to have any problem here. He's going to just slowly roll this ball, get right on the 15. Oh, he hit it a little harder than he wanted to. Or, no, he's out. I'm sorry, he's out. I apologize.
It's gotten down to a hill game here,
That's
a hill game. To see who decides who goes to the finals of the semifinals
Right.
of this tournament.
What's better? I mean, you know, for this game, I mean, for a spectator, from a spectator's point of view, a hill game with 1 ball left on the table. Is that as good as it gets, or what, at Onepocket for a spectator?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios of way it could play out to where it would be more exciting,
Yeah.
you know, than just 1 ball left. I mean,